Hey YouTube, this is MrCleanerNash, my first video. Wanted to show you my small knife and pistol collection that I've acquired recently. Just so you all know, all guns have been safety checked and are unloaded. So I wanted to mention that before we go ahead here. Let me set this down. And let's start with, if I can get this steady, there we go. Let's start with this first pistol. It is a Kel-Tec P32. Locks back on the last round. This is actually my wife's pistol. She's got very petite hands, and she wanted something light. This is one of the lightest semi-automatic pistols in its class, and you know, otherwise she wouldn't be carrying it in her purse, even though it's a black hole. It's got the hard chrome slide for better wear, and it's got a long trigger pull. I think 5 pounds. It's a 7+1 magazine, and it's a great little pistol. It's very reliable. I haven't had past the break-in period, I haven't had one malfunction with it. It's amazing. These are some of the cheapest pistols, and yet they're some of the most reliable. Let's see. Wanted to mention the Kel-Tec. I wanted to mention was about 6.6 ounces unloaded. Next pistol is my primary carry. It is a Diamondback DB380 nickel. It's nickel edition. It's got the nickel slide, the magazine catch, the trigger, which again is about, I believe, is about 5.5 pounds. 6+1 magazine with the nickel mag. It's a sweet little pistol. I love the way it feels in the hand. You've heard this probably a million times. It's like a mini Glock. I wish Glock came out with something like this, only more reliable. That's a joke. I'm actually getting a car. I had my heart set on a car 380, which is like pretty much the best 380 on the market, double action you can get. I'm probably going to trade this one out and or sell it outright, and when I get that car, I'll do a video on that. So that's my primary carry pistol. Let's see here. That pistol is actually about 8.8 ounces unloaded. 2.8-inch barrel. The Kel-Tec was close to the same. It was about 2.7-inch barrel. Oh, one thing I wanted to add on the Diamondback is the sights are awesome for a 380. You know, this thing was dead on at the range. Wherever I put it, it went. So keep that in mind. And then also this nickel slide, if you get a little sweaty or perspiration on your fingers or a little oily, it's very tough to pull back that slide. So if there is a malfunction in, you know, in the situation where you need it to work, and you need to get it fixed, or you need to rack it, I'd be worried about that, in my opinion, just from experience. I wanted to get a revolver. This is my Ruger SP101 stainless steel frame. It's about 26 ounces. It handles .357 and .38 special. It's got a 2.25-inch barrel, so it's considered a snubby nickname. It's got the single action as well as the double action trigger pull on it. It's got the Hogue grips. It just feels great in the hand. You know, I think .357 with a stainless steel frame is needed. You know, you can argue that the alloy and the new polymer revolver frames with the .357 cartridge, you know, work good, but I just think it's too much power for that light a gun, in my opinion. You know, they may vary. And then let's see. Ruger. Pretty much covered everything on that. The next gun is actually my primary home defense gun. It's a Glock Gen 4 17 9mm. It's got the TLR 3 light on the front. Pretty much the only thing I did with this Glock was I did the extended slide release and the extended takedown lever. I think that's what it's called. Right here, it's like a millimeter or two further out, so your thumbs can easily access it when you take down that slide. I'm lefty, so this comes in handy. Even though I'm holding this in my right hand, this extended magazine really is like the best 20 bucks I've ever spent. Even though that's expensive for a little piece, it's just very helpful for us left southpaw coming over to release that slide. You got the Glock night sights on there. It's kind of overkill with the light, but just in case I shut the light off or if I strobe it, I can still see with those night sights. And you know, it's a 17 round magazine. It's high capacity. So, you know, it's Glock. What can I say? It's been talked about over and over again on YouTube. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, so to speak. Knife-wise, we have... Oh, by the way, that Glock, that trigger pull is about 5.5 pounds, and it's a 17+1 magazine. And unloaded weighs about 22 ounces, plus the light, which I'm not sure how much the light weighs. The next one is, let's see. The next one is my AK-47 Cold Steel. Okay, it's got the G10 grip with the interchangeable left to right clip. You know, my only gripe with this is, I think Nothing Fancy touched on it, is this is going to shred your pockets up if you don't edge that out. I don't even really use the clip. I just put it in my pocket. It's got the aluminum pommel for you know, for self-defense that's not lethal. It's got a 3.5-inch blade with the wave feature. I think there's a video online showing, you know, when you pull it out of the pocket, how the wave feature works. It's basically, you can, without flipping out the knife, it comes out when you pull it out of your pocket. I don't want to flip this out on camera. I might bust up the camera here, but it's just a great knife. I don't have big hands. I have medium-sized hands, and I still have plenty of room. It's got a great grip to it. It's probably one of the best I've ever seen folding knife-wise. And they just did a great job with it. That comes in handy. This is, I keep in the house. It's my K-bar. By the way, this is like my big-time fondle blade. I love messing around with that when I'm bored, as I'm sure some of you knife enthusiasts do. This is another blade I like to pull out and mess with. You can't really fondle it that much, but I sound like an old man when I talk like that. This is the K-bar Next Generation. It's a sweet blade. I think it's, I want to say it's 7 inches in length. It's got a special coating, rust-resistant coating on it. That's why it's a little bit graphite-ish, more so than a stainless steel finish. I want to get a knife sharpener to do a blade on this top part up to this point, so it's kind of a double blade for better penetration into the bad guy if needed. That's all I'm going to do there. So when I get that Car 380, I'm going to take it to the range and do a little show and tell on that. Pretty much the next thing in my collection I'd like to do is I want to get a Mossberg 930 with the extended tube, and I want to get a Kimber 1911 45. I need a 45 in this collection. I was thinking about the Ultra Eclipse because it's the only stainless steel 3-inch barrel 1911 Kimber that they make, and like I said, I just like the stainless steel with the big calibers like 357 and 45. 9mm and less. You know, I love the polymer guns for that type of use. So I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.